की जय। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन जी की जय। श्री ताई गौरचंद्र की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय। जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So today evening we will be speaking on this 55th verse from the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. The verse is on the board. So I will be chanting this verse and everyone will repeat. Yes. Word for word first, or post it? Mat karma krin mat paramo,
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
yasamameti pandava,
yasamameti pandava.
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
yasamameti pandava,
yasamameti pandava.
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mat karma krin mat paramo,
bhakta sangha varjita,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
yasamameti pandava,
yasamameti pandava.
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
samameti pandava.
yasamameti pandava.
Any of the ladies would like to chant?
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mat karma krin mat paramo,
mat bhakta sangha varjita,
mad bhakta sangha varjita,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
nirvaira sarva bhuteshu,
yasamameti pandava.
yasamameti pandava.
Translation: My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. purported by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Anyone who wants to approach the Supreme of all the personalities of Godhead on the Krishna Loka planet in the spiritual sky and be intimately connected with the Supreme Personality, Krishna, must take this formula as stated by the Supreme Himself. Therefore, this verse is considered to be the essence of Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is a book directed to the conditioned souls who are engaged in the material world with the purpose of lording it over nature and who do not know of the real spiritual life. The Bhagavad Gita is meant to show how one can understand his spiritual existence and his eternal relationship with the Supreme Spiritual Personality, and to teach one how to go back home, back to Godhead. Now, here is the verse which clearly explains the process by which one can attain success in his spiritual activity, that is devotional service. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaudadaya Pashupado Chitra Vashando Tamodo Ugdo Panagraye Vayam Subhaktana Andrike Shri Keshari Vasubhotana Anisham Kritam. So before I begin speaking, I would sincerely like to seek the blessings of disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are present here, that they may be pleased by the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and give us their blessings. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha. So in this particular chapter, the 11th chapter, a very interesting phenomenon is taking place. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, a tract of land in India, all the great warriors of the entire planet have gathered. And there is going to ensue a fight which would decide as to who would rule over this planet, the entire planet. So, each and every warrior is very enthusiastic to achieve victory. Some of the prominent warriors, their names have been mentioned. And one of them, Arjuna, is having certain doubts in his mind as to whether one should perform this act of war or not. He puts forth his doubts in front of someone whom he considers to have all the answers. And his consideration is based on his own experience and also the experience of other great searchers and researchers in history, like Asita, Devala, Vyasa. These are well-known figures in history who have also considered Sri Krishna, whom Arjuna is approaching. They have considered him as the supreme-most teacher. There are great personalities like Narada and Vyas who have also considered him as a supreme teacher, one who has all the answers. So based on their experiences, their testimonies, and his own understanding, Arjuna is approaching Krishna to give him the answers to certain very important questions. They are both philosophical and practical in nature. Who am I? And what is my duty? What should I do with my life? And Krishna in his reply, he explains to Arjuna that the path of realization of his self may have various levels, and each of these levels have different names. However, my sincere recommendation is, Krishna is saying, my sincere recommendation is that you take up to the path of devotional service. And this recommendation Krishna offers in the 7th chapter itself. The 18 chapters of the Gita, the 7th chapter itself, Krishna offers the solution to Arjuna. And he says, the reason why I am asking you to do this is because I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of everything, and the entire creation that exists is simply a manifestation of my two energies. There's this practical world that we see, which is a manifestation of my material energy, and there's a surreal world, the world beyond this practical world of sight, of this world of senses, the world which transcends the senses. That is a manifestation of my spiritual energy. And then Krishna in the 9th chapter reconfirms this by saying, Arjuna, you must take up to the process of devotional service. And how do you take it up? By becoming my devotee and offering everything unto me, offering obeisances unto me, so on and so forth.